Y'all didn't think I was so technology savvy, did you?
I want to scroll that one.
You ready, Mr. President?
We are, but before you recommend it, we need to make a couple changes.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Gavan has called and he's not gonna make it tonight, so we can unfortunately scratch that off. He's gonna come, to
September 14th.
September 14th to Morris Mill Intermediate.
That's when we start the road show, so we'll
Yeah.
start the schools then.
And then I would like to add, under executive sessions, I would like to add a real estate, if y'all would not mind. And at this time, I think Ms. Thompson would like for us to certify.
Yeah, if all board members would certify that you do not have an ownership interest in the property to be discussed.
Correct.
Correct.
I do not also, so everyone does not have that. So probably what we'll do is at the end, we'll go into executive session and do the unique transfer, and then come back out, and then we'll go back into executive session, and we'll have to come out to vote on whatever, yes,
That's correct.
okay.
All right, you ready, sir? I recommend approval of the agenda dated August 2026 with the changes that were so stated.
Motion.
Second.
I have a motion and a second, any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All in favor.
I recommend approval of the minutes dated July 16th and July 28th, 2026, as submitted.
Motion.
Second.
I have a motion and a second, any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All in favor.
District highlights, sir?
Let's start down there with District 3.
District 3, we're off to a good start. We're almost as fast as it sounds. We're fixing to be in the other month of school, so it kind of already starting off quick. Everybody's liking the new renovations that we were able to do. Appreciate everybody that helped with that. Madison County High School is getting finishing touches on the turf and the track. We were able to have the field finished at New Hope. It got finished yesterday. The cosmetic part of it, the fences and some concrete and stuff, but the kids will be able to play on that field the 28th. So
Good.
I'm proud of that, and so is the whole community, and they've let me know. So,
Oh,
but,
I think we need to thank everybody that was involved in making
Yeah.
that push through, Mr.
That's
Secretary.
correct.
Thank
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
for helping with that, because that project did get a little bit behind.
Yep, we had some, we had the wettest summer we've had in years, and we had all kind of, I put a post out saying that we had all kind of, everything thrown at us left and right in every angle, but, they threw us a Hail Mary and we caught it, so. But there was a lot of folks involved in it, and I do appreciate it. And, just everybody getting off to the start, volleyball and football's rolling, so District 3 is going good.
Yeah, you about said it all. I like it. Make it easy, but
Ditto for 2.
ditto for 2, yeah. Looking forward to the ribbon cutting tomorrow night for the field and all that going on. And like I said, volleyball, everything's going good. So I just wanted to also just want to make mention, I don't have much else to say, but Buckhorn did have a kind of a tragedy in our community. A former student was in the bicycle wreck up at Milligan University. So just remember that community. A lot of people still at the school that was with him. So I would ask, I know this is a highlight thing, but I want to take a minute to remember that family, the Rogers family. So if you would.
Yep, pretty much what Mr. Brooks and Mr. Jones said. Football season, Sparkman plays Spain Park tomorrow night. I'll be at Buckhorn for the ribbon cutting, and then I'll be headed to watch the Senators. But volleyball's kicked off, and so it's an exciting time for our district, and everything seems like it's flowing pretty well in District 4. So that's all I have.
District 5, we've done something, the whole system's done something remarkable. We do it every year. When we open school, we have thousands of school buses going places and picking up kids, and they're bringing them to various schools, and they turn around, and the new members of our staffs in the lunchroom, they fix very nice food for them, and our new custodians, they spend the whole summer getting the school ready, and then the teachers are there, prepared, ready to start teaching almost on day 2 or 3. I had an old principal used to say, day one's first thing you want to do is get them in, and the second thing you want to do is get them fed, and then the last thing you want to do is get them home. And we have done that very well at District 5 and the system as a whole. We're starting football and we're starting volleyball, and I want to take just a second to talk about football. Everybody thinks of football as being the football team that's on the field, and football is actually a bigger element. You know, you have cheerleaders involved, you have a band involved, you have an ROTC involved, you have basically almost all huge portions of the school supporting that team on the field because that team represents that community's pride. And that's happening not only in my district and Mr. Jones' district, but that's happening system-wide, and it's worth noting. And thanks you to everybody who put these things together.
I was not plugged up. Thank y'all. I'm very competitive, and I didn't make it to the game last Friday night, Jamboree with Ardmore. We did beat Ardmore. And I was told by Matt Rogers that I ought to be excited about this year's football team at Hazel Green. So I'm excited about this year's football team at Hazel Green. That's all I'm going to say because I don't want to brag and then, you know, something go wrong. But we do have a new coach there, and they're making waves, and so I'm excited to see what we're going to bring to the table this year. So, but learning's happening in schools, and I'm sure there's a little bit of trouble here and there, but we're going to get through it, and that's what we always do, is persevere through all that. So no district is all that can happen in every district. So I know it is happening, but we don't want to stay on the bad, but it is happening. But we are glad to be going, and people are learning. So. Do you have anything that you want to say? You seem like you do.
I do have something to say. Mr. Jones talked about the ribbon cutting tomorrow night at Buckhorn High. So the new turf field out there at Buckhorn will be doing the ribbon cutting tomorrow night. Next Friday night, we will be out at New Hope High doing the ribbon cutting there. And the following Friday night, we'll be back, and we'll be at Madison County, and we'll be doing the ribbon cutting for the football field and the track. I also want to make a plug for our female athletes. You know, we talk a lot about football up here, but we have our flag football is also going off. We haven't said that much about that. So I know Madison County High is having a team this year, and Hazel Green High and Sparkman High. Mr. Jones, did Buckhorn put one together this year or not? I don't. I think them and New Hope are still figuring out the logistics of it. But so we have three. We have 3 flag football teams starting it, so that's really good to see too. So it's been a good start, you know, walking around, visiting schools. On day 1 and day 2, it seemed like we were on day 80. I mean, they were after it. They were working. Everybody was working hard. Schools look good. A lot of appreciation for the touch-ups on Owens Crossroads, New Hope. Miss Reeser couldn't say enough about having air conditioning. She was really pleased with that. So there was a lot of excitement and a lot of positives happening around the county. So just we had a lot of projects. Our staff did a great job, and kudos to them, Jordan and company. You guys good job there. So other than that, if we're ready, I would like to introduce Mr. Kearns and Pinnacle Bank to have a presentation.
Good evening. Tonight I'm proud to formally recognize Pinnacle Financial Partners as Madison County Schools 26-27 exclusive premier partner. Earlier this year, our district made a concerted effort to bring our largest district-wide sponsorship needs together in one annual partnership opportunity. Our goal was to give our business community a clear opportunity to invest in the people who make student success possible every single day. Pinnacle Financial Partners answered that call with a $15,500 investment in Madison County Schools. Their partnership supports leadership development, professional learning, and employee recognition across our district, including Summer Leadership Academy, our Ignite Back to School Institute, and our Teacher and Support Professional of the Year recognition programs. We've already been fortunate enough to have the Pinnacle team join us at Summer Leadership Academy, and tonight we are pleased to welcome Mr. Chris Kern, Senior Vice President of Pinnacle Financial Partners.
Well, hey, this is an honor for me. I've been y'all's banker for over a decade, and it's definitely an honor and a privilege to work with y'all. You have a hard-working finance team with Hunter and Elizabeth. They do a fantastic job, and they work super hard. You know, I got a call from Hunter, and on my cell phone, he said, "Hey, you're gonna get a phone call from Jessica, and she's probably gonna be asking for money." And I said, well, that's okay, because if there's anybody we're going to give money to, it's you guys. So it's been an honor working with you. We're very, I got support here from Jason Baldwin, our market president, and Melanie Forbes. Her kids grew up through the Sparkman. Yep, Sparkman, and they've gone on to do great things. She's our Community Development Foundation officer. And so just honored to work with y'all. What you guys do with what you get is incredible. You have a great impact on this community, and we appreciate all the hard work that you guys do. So we're really proud to be a partner of y'all. Yep. And Jessica's awesome, by the way. You've got a great person here in Jessica, for sure.
So at this time, we'd like to recognize our board and superintendent, along with our CSFO and the Pinnacle team. We'll get you right here in the middle.
That means you, Hunter. You have to get up. Come on, man.
Thank y'all.
Thanks, guys.
Oh, that's all right.
And that's how the county school system is run, by partners.
All right, informational item, sir.
Yes.
I'm going to turn this one over to you.
As y'all can see, I have formed a committee to name our school. The names of the committee is on there. They came up with 3 names, and the last one was just because I told them we had to have 3 names. And they came up with Hazel Green. Am I gonna say it right? Let me make sure I say it right. Where'd it go? Hazel Green Middle School. Did I say it right?
That's the one you
Yep.
chose.
Yeah. And then there was Hazel Green Junior High, and then there was Hazel Green Upper Middle School. And I could hear the quiver in their voice when they said, please don't name it Hazel Green Upper Middle School. So, the recommendation that we have is to go with Hazel Green Middle School. And, so, I guess we'll be voting on that later.
Can we add that to this one, or just a, okay.
I
Yeah.
thought it was down in there, but,
I didn't see it on there.
so we're gonna move it down into the administrative
We'll put it
items.
number
We'll add it
10.
to number 10
Yeah.
and go ahead and vote on that, if y'all are all good with those names. Or that name.
Hazel
Hazel
Green
Green
Middle
Middle
School
School.
was the their top choice.
Upper, yeah.
All right. You ready to get to
That's
administrative
where
items?
that's where I left it, yeah.
All right, administrative items, sir. I recommend approval of the 2027-2028 MCSS academic calendar as submitted.
Motion.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All in favor.
I recommend approval of the 26-27 supplemental pay for teachers on special assignment as submitted.
Motion.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All in favor.
I recommend approval of the bid as submitted.
Motion.
I have a motion.
Second.
I have a second. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
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 All those in favor. All in favor.
I recommend approval of the Fight Construction quote for the tennis court projects at Buckhorn High, Hazel Green High, Madison County High, and Sparkman High School as submitted.
I have a motion.
I'll second. We need to have a discussion.
Okay. I have a motion and a second. Any discussion?
I do. So which quote are we going with? I know that there was several different ones. And I know one of them did not include, lighting on the courts. But I would like to have a discussion on whether, because we've got a couple change orders that we've done. Can we not move that funding towards this project to help fund this?
So Dr. Minsky, they went back and they added the $75,000 for allowances just because we don't know what we're gonna run into once we start. It came out to roughly 3.3 million. Is that correct, Jordan? Right, real close to 3.3 million. We had budgeted 3.5. And what that'll do is New Hope's Court is complete and ready to go. This will give a brand new rebarb reinforced playing surface at Madison County High, Buckhorn High, Hazel Green High, and we will be adding new courts at Sparkman High. So everybody will have new courts to play. Sparkman High School's campus, correct. And when we started looking at the lighting packages, it was taking us in excess of 5 million. And so this staying inside the budget gives everybody a complete playing surface that's ready for tennis. And speaking with CSFO, he felt really solid with this is the route to go. Now, the electrical and the lighting, that can be done at a later date when there's more funding available, but this keeps us within there. As far as the extra, we don't know, hopefully, we're not gonna need the allowances, but we won't know that until we start getting into it. As soon as you start tearing into something to fix it, there's bad dirt, like down in New Hope at the football field, we weren't expecting to have to cut 3 feet out, so we just don't know, so. But that's the recommendation, is for those 4 schools to get new surfaces, or in Sparkman High, a brand new tennis
Yeah, and
complex there.
I support that. The option of not bringing the courts to Sparkman, in my opinion, was not even considered. But I would like to put this as a priority on the upcoming capital plan to make sure we fund this lighting. We're gonna have brand-new courts across the district. They need to be lit.
And they have to stop playing at dark. That's the biggest complaint I get from everybody.
And if we're gonna do this in 2 phases, if it's additional money to, building lights, a little bit extra money here to lay the conduits and stuff like that for lighting now, instead of build the tennis court and come back and light, I'd rather spend that money up front to prepare for lighting.
What poles were they gonna put up for this?
I do not know what.
Was it gonna be
all-
concrete poles?
Do you know, Jordan?
I believe it was gonna be more of a standard metal athletic, what you typically see on a tennis court. But I did not see the actual drawings on that at this time.
Of course, originally, we did not receive bids from anyone,
Nobody
correct?
We tried to bid it out and nobody responded.
So if we vote on this is to get us started on the construction and demolition and all that of the tennis courts. Are
This
they
would,
gonna do them all, are they doing school by school, or are they doing all at once, or how's this working?
from what Dr. Minsky shared with me is that if we vote on this and get this approved, all tennis courts will have a playing surface for this tennis season.
By the time the tennis season starts, they will,
January?
yes.
From the,
All court playing surfaces.
from the conversation that, just to follow up, from the conversation that I had with Dr. Minsky, the existing courts are going to be replaced first, and the Sparkman project will be last, just to, because it's gonna take a little bit longer to get that one done, so.
And they do have a surface to play if they had to for some reason, as opposed to,
But we can still bid out the lighting project and open up that bid, can't we?
you mean
After-
do another bid just for lighting projects?
Just the lighting.
Yeah,
I
because
didn't
we
agree
have
with the
had
lighting.
other companies that have done lighting projects solely on that. This is, and, when we bid it as a totality,
Yeah,
and
like
so,
package deal.
and that might be part of, why it didn't come in the way it did, because, so that might be something we can do after the fact, is do the lighting.
And the big problem you have is that daylight savings time doesn't kick in till halfway through the season. And so darkness is a problem for those early months that they
Get out of
practice.
school at
and start.
3:30 and playing tennis till 4:15.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only thing, going back to what Mr. Bird said, and Mr. Price, I know you've been thrown to the fire the last couple of weeks, but if we go forward with this, let's look at what the drawings show. That way, is there something if we, if we're not putting up, again, I don't know the regulations, I'm not the tennis expert or whatnot, but we need to figure out if it's gonna be something where we gotta have it, inside,
gonna come
inside
out
the
and drill
courts or
the
something,
concrete
have
out,
something
huh?
at least prepared, whether that's a change order when we get started with that project or whatnot, so we ain't got playing services, and then we want to, we're gonna do lights a year from now, like Mr. Bird said, and we gotta,
That won't be
I
a
think
change
we
order.
build,
It'd be a bid. It'd have to be
build
bid.
in preparation for lighting.
but if Fight is doing that and it's part of their projects, whatever the terminology
We
would
can-
be, we can check, we can get the,
Well, I do know that on the bids that came in for the lighting pieces, it was not Fight that was doing the lighting. It was another company. There was like
Fight
Fight
got the
and then
contract though.
on the tennis courts. But it was another company that was, that it gave us a quote for.
I believe there are 3 companies quote out lights through Fight.
Fight's the actual GC that would be handling
Yeah.
everything as well, so I'm just saying, if they're doing the site prep and all that stuff, let's figure out what it's gonna take in the future when the funds are available and that kind of stuff, where at least we're prepared. If it's gonna be something that has to be done inside the court is all I'm asking, if we can look at, whenever we get to that point before it gets too far along with the actual I haven't seen the drawings, or
You're suggesting we at least run conduit.
sleeve it up, do
To the
something,
lights.
right?
Or take the
If
lights.
they've gotta go on the court, like, again, I'm not a tennis player, but with the ones I've seen, they're in between kind of the netting, that kind of stuff, so if that's what it's gonna take to do it, so.
I'd at least do it at Hazel Green.
And let me apologize, because I know that you have just stepped into this role, and you have 31 campuses and 5 board members and a superintendent, a CSFO, and 100 people probably asking you questions every day. So I did not mean to throw you out, I didn't mean to throw a question at you right there like that, because, but you're doing good in your role, sir, on your, second week? Okay, so,
It'll get better.
it'll get better. But
Maybe-
yeah, everybody needs something done yesterday, so I'll just, thank you for what you're doing, sir.
It won't get better. I warned him, the night we hired him that we were gonna be calling him. I warned him.
So y'all want to go forward with the courts?
So, well, my 2 cents worth is, yes, I want the lights also, but I also understand that, the money, the money is most important. And I agree, I think if we could look at how we can bid this out, maybe differently, maybe not through Fight. I mean, there's electrical companies that can do work for us.
There is, and the one that I just saw, I don't wanna tell names or prices, but it was a third of what they're doing them for a whole baseball field that we had done, and it was demolition of one, and they put up new poles and everything, and it was at Madison County Elementary, so, I mean, I remember the price of that one, and that was 26 lights through a company here in Huntsville, and it was a lot better than what we're seeing right now.
We just need to make sure that we're doing everything properly on his end, and some of that's what makes the cost go up, unfortunately.
So I want to make sure, if we vote for this, we are tacitly voting for a future lights to be put on, hopefully before this fiscal year's over. This school year's over.
If you vote for this, what you're voting for is to secure that everybody that has a tennis team in Madison County Schools will have a quality surface, a safe quality surface to play on for this season.
And later on, we can vote for lights.
And you can always bring it back to bid out lights, yes, at a later date. But that bid doesn't have anything to do with this particular, this is just securing the court surfaces for them. And, you know, to follow up with Mr. Vest's point, you know, if you go out to some of our courts, they're a little dangerous. It's kind of like the Madison County High track. It was in pretty, you know, it's not something you'd want your son or daughter playing on.
They could run cross country on the track.
Yeah, so we definitely need to take care of those.
I know the Spartan would appreciate not having to drive down to Monrovia Middle School to play.
Yes. How many courts are we doing down there? I didn't see a number of courts.
Six? I think it
Six?
was.
Okay,
I thought it was 6 at every game.
okay.
So they would be adding one at Madison County.
You're gonna have six, everybody would.
Equal opportunity.
Thank y'all.
6 courts is a normal tournament, according to Joe.
Is that what it is?
6 at each high school, is that what
Yes.
you said?
We have 6 at Hazel Green now. You just can't play on them.
You have 6 down at New Hope or 8?
That's not really,
Okay.
probably.
Take 2 away.
Leave them alone, okay? At New Hope, if we got 8, leave 8.
Don't cut 2
Don't
out.
go back with 6.
New Hope Circus is being left alone.
Wait a minute now.
That's what I think.
Hold up.
Good. Let's go.
Well, moving forward, and I'm not saying this directed at any one person, but moving forward, I want us to, I know our principals manage these campuses, but I'd like to see our facilities manage some of this stuff, because some of these courts have been done recently, I mean, within just a few years, and they're already needing to be done again. So this should get us for a long period of time because of how they're fixing it, and they're fixing it right. But I do want us to be more, you know, proactive in that, of
Yeah,
watching
you
it.
can't just pour blacktop down and then put a ceiling on there and paint it and say it's a tennis court. You know, when we did New Hopes, they put the rebarb in and they reinforced it and they made it so the surface itself was a quality surface in order to put was it a rubber coating or, I don't know, just,
That one required a little bit of extra attention just because of the surface below the course.
Right,
yeah, so.
of what we found out.
But these are gonna be all quality surfaces for these kids, so they're nice and safe.
Bad dirt. So y'all ready to vote, or y'all wanna say anything else?
No, I'm good to move.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All in favor.
I recommend approval of the change order for Monrovia Middle Athletic Lights Project as submitted.
Motion.
I have a motion and a second. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All in favor.
I recommend approval of the contract for services as submitted.
Motion.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All in favor.
I recommend approval of the personnel items as submitted.
Motion.
Second.
I'm sorry. I have a motion and a second. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
in favor?
I recommend approval of the team's contract as submitted.
Motion.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye. All in favor?
I recommend approval of the supplemental contracts and the discontinued contract as submitted.
Motion.
I have a motion.
Second.
I have a second. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All in favor?
And sir, we have the addition to number 10. I recommend the approval of our new school name of Hazel Green Middle School.
That was gonna be upper. Motion.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any discussion? I want to thank the committee for this. They have, they worked really hard on these names, maybe except the last one, but, anyway. Any other discussion? All those in favor say aye. All in favor. At this time, I will accept a motion to go into executive session for a unique transfer.
Motion to go in executive session for unique transfer.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those in favor? So we will come back and vote on this unique transfer, and then we'll go back into executive session again. Thank you.